Yo, before I start, I just want to, before the day ends, I just want to get this off my chest. How's everybody going? I've been, uh, I've been on my, grind. If you're a part of the YouTube channel, you probably understand. Bear with me, the intros of all these live streams are always the hardest thing to get through. So I'm just gonna pace around a little bit, gonna get situated, but whatever. I'm going off of the title of the video, the title of the stream that is you see right now. Instant gratification, instant gratification has honestly fried my brain for the past couple of days because as you've been following me around this channel, I've been trying my darn hardest to get strangers interested in the series that I'm working on and interested in the podcast that I'm on or I'm working on and all the various of entertainment that I'm providing on the internet. But I have been getting I've been getting hit with some roadblocks. I've had the idea of switching up publications or signaling new, signaling new updates of my recent work, Khmer Island, the one that you've been seeing on my thumbnails so many times. So I wanted to switch gears a little bit and wanted to imitate what I see developers do with devlogs. So I decided to write up a script and I guess recap the latest update as you saw like in the last video that I posted earlier, earlier this week or yesterday. And I remember I spent around like 3 hours. I wanted to, because I with 3 hours on it, I uploaded it and I just been thinking about it, doing it for like the past couple of days. And I was thinking, if it was a good idea, is it gonna be a good idea? Yeah, it should be a good idea because I see other people doing the same. I study them, and I knocked it out 3 hours. It could have been better, but hey, a finished product is better than a perfect product, and a perfect product does not exist. That's what I like to. That's what I think personally. But after uploading it, I started getting very, very antsy. I really wanted that instant gratification, as the title suggests. So I was, after posting it, I was like, oh man, am I doing something wrong? I thought I was looking at other manga recaps and I saw the views that they have. I was just ignoring that those were hour-long videos. So I decided to try to imitate their titles, imitate some of their descriptions, and link it to the website, the blog post where people can see the updated version. Right? Right. So after doing a little bit of studying, a little bit of a copying, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, I uploaded it and it didn't get a it the view count was like very small. And I was like, okay, it's under the first 24 hours. It's under the first day. Just give it time. It's not gonna pop off. If I want to pop off, I'll go to TikTok. And so I just took the video, uploaded it to TikTok, and what happened there? I got the skyrocketing views in the first 3 hours as TikTok is infamously infamous, whatever side of the spectrum you're on. I got what I wanted, that instant gratification. But when I saw that instant gratification, I saw the numbers, and then I saw the analytics behind the numbers underneath the hood, and out of the 700 people that saw the video, only the majority, like 98% of the people, just dipped after the first 2 seconds. And I was like, it's so over. It's, you know, you hype an idea up so much when you finally spend a long time. Well, it's in the relation to everything. In relation to working on it start to finish. 3 hours. What's 3 hours to actually working 27 hours per update? Even more so, because the update that I been promoting so heavily so far, well, the recent one, took me around 11 days, 11 3 hours, sometimes 6 hours a day working on it, and for 11 days. And what's that? Like 11, like 33, 36 hours to 3 hours to just make a small little video, script a video, edit it, record it, and uploading it. And one thing that I noticed is that I really hate editing. I don't like scripting for videos. I don't like editing videos. I was about to do the a Chimera Island uh, motion comic uh, because I thought motion comics were really cool, but or a good way to gain attention to my web comic. And plus, I don't want to go into a tangent of like what to call it, but I'm just gonna call it a webcomic because you guys know what I'm talking about. I thought that was a good way to gain attention, but while I was sitting down trying to make a webcomic again, I just did not have the patience for it. It was repetitive. I just didn't like looking at the same, looking back over and over again. And I only have so much patience to do that, even with comics. And I love comics. The reason I went into making comics is because I thought animation was too tedious, and I feel the same tedium with a video editing. So, and it kind of made me realize how did I even do it for the first book? How did I even make a motion comic for the entire book? But that's a story for another day. So when I was like, it's so over, that moment of realizing that it didn't get that much views when it came to TikTok. Well, it got a lot of views, but it didn't get that much retention on TikTok. But and also on the YouTube side, it's not doing very pretty. I was like in the it's so over type phase, and usually when I'm in that funk, I just lay in bed. I get so down. I take a nap, and after that nap, I go up and I journal. And plus, shout out to journaling. I think more people should journal more. And I had to think back and realize and just question everything. Every time I'm just really down, I'm just in this idea of funk of just why did I even do that? Why did I even think this is a good idea? Why do I? There are people who've been doing this longer than me, and like, what? Why do I think that I am so good, hit so good enough to knock it out of the park my first try, or knock it out of the park, if just because I think something is good, you know? And then I have to think about, why am I doing this? What's the end goal? Why am I making these videos? Why am I taking this approach? Why am I getting so much retention when I when I move on to something different, you know? With some things more than other things. And then I just have to constantly think and ask myself, what's the goal here? What's the end goal? Because the original end goal is, well, not the end. Well, the original end goal is, how can I live off of my intellectual property? That's what I want to do. And would it be nice if that happened tomorrow? Abso-freaking-lutely. But then you have the pitfalls like sudden wealth syndrome and constantly, because sudden wealth syndrome and other variations of that, when there's a lot of press, a lot of ideas, and when there's a cost of virality, I guess I'm trying to say. And what how can I get from point A to point B? Because I haven't met a single person that I've talked to that said that I couldn't do X, Y, and Z. And that's a lot of encouragement that I don't hear a lot of people say. A lot of people's come up stories is like, you cannot do da 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 because you're bad, you're garbage, you know. Like, I don't think people told me that I'm garbage on anything, and it's a weird it is a very weird and humbling experience to go out, put my stuff out in the world, and, and have it ignored. And it's it's funny. It's really funny, and it and it brings me to this position of what am I supposed to do now? You know, in terms of the updates, I think it's a good idea. I know patience is a virtue that people say, but but how what am I supposed to do while I'm waiting? There has to be hands moving. There has to be work involved when you're waiting. And when you're working towards a goal and you're not sure that that goal is going to get you to where you want to be. And I say that because there's a thing in story writing that I picked up from watching a lot of Screen Courage back in the day was sometimes, well, in order to have a good story, what a character wants isn't what a character needs. And I also found that out by going viral on a Reddit once with the first chapter of Just the Reaper, and going semi-viral with webtoons with very early on, early in the 2020s, um, with Purgatory Academy. I got the eyeballs, I got the comments, I got what I thought that I wanted in terms of notoriety, but those eyeballs then turn into an avenue to to get to the end goal, and that is making a living off of my intellectual property. You know, so I'm over here reevaluating what can I do? What is the end goal? How can little old me get from point A to point B, and knowing that point B is is on the right path to what I want to do. So that's pretty much all of the notes I have. So I'm just it's a midnight ramble. Check out no, this is not purgatory. I'm sorry. Check out Let's Go Metal Hero. This is what I'm drawing in the background. I'm this is chapter 3. Don't tell me when it's gonna come out. Right now I'm on a break. I'm working on the backlogs right now after finishing Chimera Island. So I think on Friday I should start working on the end of Purgatory Academy again, and I'm thinking about rearranging all of my blog posts on my website. So we'll see how that turns out. All right. Thanks for stopping by and listening. I appreciate y'all. Stay cool.